Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your spirit guide message reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel grow and makes me unbelievably happy, so thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Capricorn. Spirit guide message for Capricorn, Capricorn. Spirit guide message for Capricorn, Capricorn. Spirit guide message for Capricorn, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. I do apologize for my dogs. Now at the bottom is our rooted self. On the left is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. And the right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's look at our rooted energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. So there's a big change coming that's going to open up a very powerful path for us. We have the Hangman and the Page of Wands. We're seeing things differently and becoming students of our passion, our desire, the way that we want to move forward. There's also the Tower and then the King of Wands. Emotionally, we've been through the ringer and it's had us come out stronger than we see ourselves. Emotionally, we are a lot more put together than we would think. Now, if you're born on the cusp with Sagittarius or you have fire sign energy within your chart, this part of your personality is going to be coming up quite powerfully. Then we have the Six of Wands and the Lovers. The Lovers also represent Gemini energy, May 21st to June 20th. We are going to be more in love with life if we realize that there are two sides to every coin. There are always different ways of looking at things, and things don't have to be the same in order to be really good and really powerful. Now let's look at our chakra energy. Capricorn. Spirit guide message for Capricorn, Capricorn. Spirit guide message for Capricorn, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have love. This is the heart chakra, and this is saying emotionally to let our love show, to let ourselves be in love with our lives, to move forward, especially in the public arena, with the sense of love and connection and passion and power and brilliance and desire really guiding us. Now let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. What is the energy that Capricorn needs to be mindful of? What is the energy that Capricorn needs to be mindful of? Spirit guides, please show us. Angels and spirit guides, guide me. Awesome. And this is the Prince of Pentacles. Now, this is our sign. We are Earth sign energies. We're represented by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana, by the Devil in the Major Arcana. And what we need to be mindful of here is not sticking to a plan because we made it and we've thought it all out and we've mapped it out and think, okay, this is perfect. What we have to do is be able to kind of go with the flow at this time, Capricorn, be able to look at things and say, okay, there's more here than meets the eye, and not stick to a plan just because we we're invested in it. We think, okay, this is a really good idea, because what Spirit is saying during this time is that there are new opportunities coming that we're not really going to be as prepared for as we thought we were, because we're rooted with all major arcana cards, right? We have a major arcana card in every single section during this time. So there is such power, such intensity coming forward that we shouldn't ignore, because that would mean that we ignore this blessing that is going to be part of us. And the Wheel of Fortune is telling us that things are changing. So the plan that we have all laid out, everything that we think, oh my gosh, that's so good, that's so right on, as everything changes, as we enter into this new season, it's not going to be as good a fit. It's kind of like wearing boots or galoshes, when it's not raining outside, or when it's really hot and you want to be wearing flip-flops. So this is a time where we have to say, okay, what needs to change in order for me to be able to embrace the change that is now a part of my life, to be able to move in such a way that I'm like, oh, okay, I can enter into this season. I can move forward like this. I can open up this door. This power, this passion, this brilliance, it gets to be part of me. And we call that forward with such tenacity of spirit, with such insight, such understanding, because it's leading us to this new adventure. The Fool is all the fear of starting something new and all the courage of going after it. The Fool is saying it's time to take that leap. Yes, you will fall. Yes, there will be stumbles along the way. No, it won't be a smooth ride. But what we need to see here and what we need to embrace is the sense of adventure, the sense of I can move forward towards something greater, something more, something powerful. And this is what we're changing towards. And there's going to be a new road that opens up, and it's going to bring us just something a little bit more beautiful than we had expected, a little bit more us than we had realized. And in our inner selves, we're starting to see things differently. We're not looking at things the same way as we were before. There's different insight, there's different understanding, there's different passion, there's different everything. And we're going to think, okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. This isn't what it should be. I'm not looking at this the way that I should be looking at it. And what Spirit is saying here is like, no, you're not wrong. Look at things differently. Embrace a different way of seeing things, because there is power in not conforming. There's power in just being ourselves and letting that shine. And we're going to see ourselves as students of this. The Ouroboros isn't complete. Like, some of them are. They look to be complete on his tunic, but others aren't. Whereas we have the Ouroboroses here in the cloak, there we go, of the king, and they are all complete. So our passion, our ability to move forward, our ideas, our understandings, they're so much greater when it comes to our emotional self after the drama that we have been through. But right now we're seeing ourselves as students, as people who kind of have the ideas but not always have the ideas, who are looking at things, who are kind of gaining an understanding, and this becomes something very powerful and personal for us. This becomes very intense. And so we need to embrace our student self, our way of looking at things not in a conformity, to be different, to see those differences, to understand the differences, and to know that the tower is here. Emotionally, we've been through the tower. We've walked through those really hard times. It's kind of like, if I can live through this, I can do anything. And it's going to have our eyes open up. It's going to have us more insightful, with a greater understanding of the way that we're moving forward, of what we desire, of what we need, of what we want. And it leads us to the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is, again, this place of transformation. We're ready for the transformation. We have this knowledge. We have more than we had realized we have now coming forward. And this is going to be a very powerful place for us. This is going to be a time where we look at our passion and our desires, and because in our inner selves, we're taking risks, we're looking at things differently, we're being students, we're gaining a greater understanding, it leads us to being able to transform. It leads us to being able to say, there's more going on here than I had realized, and looking at things in a very different way. This is the passion that gets us out of bed in the morning. This is what drives our hearts and ignites our souls and starts to tell us, wow, we can do this, or I can move forward this way. I shouldn't be limiting myself the way I was. And it leads us to being able to celebrate. It leads us to being able to embrace our joy. And what's so cool is that we have the repeat of the number 6 in the public arena. 6 is the sense of being taken care of, this sense of nurturing and greater understanding. So Spirit is saying here in the public arena, through all this change, we are being nurtured, we are being taken care of, we are moving forward towards something greater, something more, something powerful that gets to ignite our spirit, that gets to move us towards our greater goals. And the Lovers comes in and says, I get to be in love with life. And the Six of Cups says, the Six of Wands says, I get to celebrate myself. I get to celebrate what I desire, what I want, what I need, what I long for. I get to look at me and see something worthwhile and be able to embrace my heart and be able to say, I can do this. And as I do this, I am blessed because we have the angel over us. We have this blessing. We have this different way of looking at things. This is the masculine and feminine aspects of our personality. This is our passion and our desire coming together and being able to stand in that passion, being able to stand in that beauty, being able to embrace that brilliance and understand ourselves and understand what we want within the public arena and not be stuck in the rut and letting our hearts shine, letting our heart chakra kind of guide our way, not in a reckless way, but in a way that says my emotions get to have a say and I get to be powerful here as things change, as I embrace the wheel of fortune, as I embrace the changing of seasons and the empowerment of myself and the looking at my dreams and the opening up of my eyes. At our root, if we don't take that leap, if we don't go after things, if we don't honor emotionally the trauma that we have been through with the Tower, the sense that divinity has pushed us so far out of our comfort zone that we just sit there and look at it and go, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make it work? And we have the naysayers coming forward. It really does feel like we have people who have told us the way that we see things is wrong. And it's not being delusional. It's not being delusional. It's really sitting in our power and in our understanding and knowing there's a purpose for my life. And yes, at times I might have to do jobs that I absolutely hate that are, feel like at the bottom of the barrel, that pay the bills and get me through. But there's a goal and I'm not giving up on that goal. It's not becoming entrenched in just one way of being. This is really saying here that there is a goal, there is a desire, there is a want, and there is a need. And I'm going to let Spirit guide me on that path, open up the doors, and not say no because it's not exactly the way that I have envisioned it. The Tower has taught us, especially emotionally. Now, it has scarred us too, but it has taught us that we're not able to plan for everything. And some things happen that are simply out of our control. And so being able to connect emotionally and passionately, being able to gain an understanding of that is going to be intrinsically important to us. And being able to look at things and to understand that even with the best laid plans, things go astray. We're going to be able to embrace ourselves then being kings and being transformative and embracing our power and our understanding and our intensity and our desires and really opening up the door to our change and being able to celebrate that. Now, our subconscious chakra message is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. It's grounding ourselves in what we want and what we desire. It's a sense of what are we rooted to? How is the soil feeding us? How are we being inspired? How are we moving forward? Where is it that we want to be? And what is it that we want? So we're looking at our roots. We're looking at maybe our historical roots, our ancestral roots. We're looking at the roots of what matters, but also the roots that make us who we are. The pieces of literature or movies or music that have inspired, the art, the ideas that push us forward, and the sense of who we are and where is it that we want to be. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Lord. Now, it's also being mindful, again, of being too stuck in one way, saying this is the way it has to be. But we also have to be very mindful of the ruling energy, of the energy that says we have to move forward like this. It has to be like this. And so what we need to do is just embrace a fluidity of expression, a impact and a brilliance of ideas. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups is, again, our dreams coming forward. It is something hidden from us that we need to take note of, that we need to see, that we need to gain an understanding of. Because the dreams that have been presented to us, yes, they're good, but they're not the right fit. The way that we move forward now, there's something more here. There's something more intrinsically us than we had realized before. And what we're going to have a tendency to do is to say, no, but it's not what I had envisioned. It's something hidden. It's something that Spirit's saying, no, but it's what you need. And so we need to be able to open up ourselves to that need, to that desire, to that passion, and to that brilliance. All right, Capricorn, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace and strengthen our connection with Spirit. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn.